All right, when you think about Italian wine, where does your mind go? Tuscany, right? Maybe Piedmont? Of course. But what if I told you there's this incredible region, kind of tucked away on the Adriatic coast, that's just quietly making some of Italy's most amazing and unique wines? Well, today we're going to pull the cork on the secrets of Marche.
I love this quote. It really just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? A true hidden treasure. Because Marche, it's not just another spot on the map. It's a real discovery, a secret that's just begging to be told. So let's dive in together and find out exactly why it's earned that reputation.
Okay, first up, a land of contrasts. So, what's the big secret to Marche's wine? Well, it really all comes down to where it is on the map. We're talking about a place that's basically defined by this amazing, dramatic clash of natural forces.
So, just picture this for a second. You've got the warm, salty air blowing in from the Adriatic Sea on one side. And then, on the other, you have this cool, crisp mountain air rolling down from the Apennines, the actual spine of Italy. It's this one-of-a-kind position, sandwiched right between the two, that is the absolute key to what makes Marche's wines so special. And this is where you can really see that dance between the sea and the mountains happening. You've got those warm sea breezes during the day, right? But then at night, that cool air from the mountains sweeps in. And that huge swing in temperature from day to night, wow, it's like a magic trick for the grapes. It means they can ripen really slowly, build up all these amazing, complex flavors, but still hang on to that bright, fresh acidity. It's just perfect. But it's not just about the air. It's also about what's going on under your feet. The soil here is this mix of clay and limestone, and that's really the final piece of the puzzle. Think of it like this. The clay gives the wines their backbone, their body and structure. But the limestone, that's what brings that incredible, elegant, crisp minerality that you can literally taste in the glass. Seriously, it's the perfect storm. Sea, mountains, and soil all working together. So if the land is the stage, then who are the stars of the show? Well, in Marche, the story is all about its amazing native grapes. We're talking about varieties that have grown here for ages, and they are perfectly tuned to this one-of-a-kind environment. All right, let's meet the main players. Okay, so here's a quick look at the lineup. For the whites, you've got the absolute superstar Verdicchio, plus some other fantastic ones like Pecorino and Passerina. And then for the reds, you've got the powerhouse Montepulciano and, of course, Sangiovese. But hang on, look at that last one, Lacrima di Moro d'Alba. Now that is a rare gem. And trust me, we're going to talk more about it in just a minute. All right, let's talk about Verdicchio. Seriously, if you're only going to try one white wine from Marche, this has to be it. It's the region's icon, no question. The wines are just bursting with life. I'm talking zesty, vibrant acidity, flavors of lemon and crisp green apple, and this signature bitter almond thing on the finish that is just so classic. It's super refreshing. But here's the cool part. Because of that high acidity, these wines can age beautifully. I mean, they develop this incredible complexity over time. So good. Now, for the reds, Montepulciano is the heavyweight champ. But hold on, quick but super important point here. Do not get this confused with Vino Nobili di Montepulciano. That's a totally different wine from Tuscany made from Sangiovese. Nope, we are talking about the grape itself, Montepulciano. And in Marche, it makes these big, powerful, structured reds with some serious tannins and these deep, dark flavors of black cherry, plum, and a little bit of spice. Okay, remember that rare gem I promised we'd come back to? Here it is, Lacrima di Moro d'Alba. This one is just so special. The name Lacrima actually means teardrop in Italian. Maybe because the grapes literally weep juice when they get super ripe. And the wine, oh man, it's like nothing else you've ever smelled. It is an absolute explosion of flowers. I'm talking roses, violets, mixed with fresh, juicy red berries. It's just this incredibly aromatic, beautiful, delicate red wine. All right, so we've covered the land, we've met the grapes. Now for the fun part. How does all of that translate into the actual wine in your glass? Let's get practical and talk about what you should be looking for on the label to find the really good stuff from Marche. First things first, a super quick crash course in Italian wine law, because you're going to see these letters on the bottle and you need to know what they mean. The easiest way to think about it is like a quality pyramid. Down at the bottom, you have IGT. That just tells you where the wine is from. Then you take a big step up to DOC, which has way stricter rules about the grapes, the location, all of it. But the very top, the absolute pinnacle, is DOCG. This is the best of the best. It guarantees not just where it's from, but the quality, with the toughest rules and even a mandatory taste test. So if you see DOCG, you know you're holding something special. So, next time you're in a wine shop and you're trying to find the best stuff from Marche, these are the names you need to remember. Just burn these into your brain. For that iconic white, look for Verdicchio de Castelli de Gizzi. That's the benchmark. For those big, powerful Montepulciano reds, you want Rosso Conero. And another top-tier name to look for is Offida. They make killer whites and reds under that DOCG.
Okay, let's break it down even more. Think of this as a tale of two wines, the region's biggest stars facing off. In one corner, you've got Verdicchio de Castelli di Chiesi. It's white, it's bright, it's zippy, and it is the absolute perfect partner for fresh seafood, right off the boat from the Adriatic. Then, in the other corner, you have Rosso Conero. It's red, it's bold, and its powerful tannins and dark fruit flavors are just screaming for a big grilled steak, some game, or a nice chunk of aged pecorino cheese.
And that versatility is really the magic of Marche. It's incredible. The variety is just insane, which means you can find a perfect wine for pretty much any food you can think of. I mean, from a super light seafood pasta all the way to a rich, earthy dish made with the region's famous truffles. It's a total food lover's paradise, and that's a huge part of what makes this place such a hidden treasure.
So we've seen that Marche has this amazing history, this incredible terroir. But what about the future? Where is this hidden treasure heading? Well, like pretty much every wine region on the planet right now, it's looking at some pretty big challenges, but also some really exciting opportunities.
This chart really paints a clear picture of what's ahead. Yeah, the challenges are very real. You've got things like climate change and, of course, tons of global competition. But just look at how high those bars are for potential and opportunity. That's what's so exciting. Their secret weapons, focusing on those unique native grapes we talked about, a relentless drive for quality, and the rise of wine tourism. These things give Marche a huge leg up for the future.
And you know what the best part is? The winemakers there are already all over it. They're not stuck in the past, not at all. They are brilliantly blending centuries of tradition with the latest sustainable practices and innovations. And it's all for one reason: to let that incredible, unique terroir, that sense of place, shine through in every single bottle they make. So that brings us full circle, right back to where we started. Marche. It's this land of amazing contrasts, one-of-a-kind grapes, and truly world-class wines that honestly have been flying under the radar for way too long. So now that you know the secret, now that you've seen what this place has to offer, I guess the only question left is the one you're looking at right now.